And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
14.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
What you guys with a little accuracy thing, bro?
Tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run.
Let's jump probably.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake, Mills.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills.
Bro, look at that, bro.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Look at that, bro. This man sucks so bad,
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a first down carry is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Fortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flushed out right. And to the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. 6-0 our score after one. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Is it best left to toast him with a sports drink?
Really, it's a fantastic idea. Cheers. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go play action. Mills.
He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamlin.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play call because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They try the left side here with Williams.
And down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Kamu Cruz-Hill getting in there and taking him down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Wilson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, here's the option.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Pierce has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 24 yards.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Give to Pierce.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Mills on the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Mills to throw it. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Broncos Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Pierce. And this time he is in. Yes. Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To try again after the sack, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let's go now.
A first down throw for Mills.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Flushed. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing on second and long. Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one.
This one.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They can do anything to win. What the fuck? They got down way to the decline this shit.
Even further for third and long.
I ain't hell on this shit.
Working out of the gun, Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A torn ACL ended what was supposed to be K.J. Hamler's breakout year after just 3 games. Denver will bring him along slowly, but this is the year they fully expect him to develop into the speedy starter they wanted with their second-round pick in 2020. Picks up a first down for the Broncos right there.
A give to Williams, running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing, Mills.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, both sides searching for adjustments. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Now Wilson on first down. And now here is another interception. 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Mills going to throw for it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control and see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. Get them some...
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far, and here they get it to him again on the screen. and it turns into a nice positive play.
To throw is Wilson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here we go with Williams. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, as this gets him back within a touchdown on the 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little...
And look at this. They
My
get the
God,
turnover they
bro.
needed. It's intercepted. Picked
Hey,
up by Justin Simmons. And he's going to get this one to the
man, even how to
23-yard
throw the
line.
ball, though, bro.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of it.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points. Denver offense
offense at the line, ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
For 22 more yards there, another first down.
Wilson to throw.
This will be caught. Judy.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Boy, bro, I'm getting offline, bro.
Winning this thing in the final seconds. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Mills back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to